UFC lightweight Stevie Ray. What's going on, man? Good to get you back on the show. How's life right now?
Yeah, it's good, man. Just trying to train away, do what I can. What about you? All good?
Yeah, best I can do. You know what I mean? That's all we can do, I guess. I see you got three children. You're not a single man. How's the lockdown with that many people in the house running around?
Yeah, I have four children.
Oh, four
Uh,
children. Okay, four children.
yeah,
That's even more.
yeah. I've got a daughter. She's about what was she been? Nearly 4 months. So
Okay.
yeah, kind of new addition. But yeah, four kids and a dog as well. So um, I don't get. I've not got the problems of being bored or what to do. I'm kind of busy all the time with looking after the kids and stuff. So, but yeah, it can be tough trying to keep them entertained. Um, being in the house boring for them. So, just trying to entertain them. Sometimes the difficult part of that, or stop them from fighting and arguing, and but it's all good.
Yeah, yeah. That's probably the hardest part of the lockdown is, like you said, keeping them separate and not fighting, and I could only imagine, you know what I mean, if what that is like. But it seems like you're handling it well. It's how long has it been since you guys been in quarantine?
I think it's been 7 weeks, maybe 6.
7 weeks.
Yeah, about 7 weeks. I'm sure it is. We've got another 2 weeks until we find out what else is happening. But yeah, my daughter was having seizures a while back, so that was even more tough. She's got epilepsy,
Mm-hmm.
so this is something new that we've just figured out. She was having like seizures every day, um, every hour. For She was having them every hour for about 3 weeks. So we were in and out of the hospital as well, having to be with her. And because the lockdown stuff, there was only one parent that would be allowed, and we couldn't switch or that either. So I did 5 days in the hospital the first time. That was tough. And then the second time we went in, we were just in like a day each, me and my partner. So, but yeah, she's better now. She's not having them. The medicine's under, like, she's got medicine that's controlling them now. So yeah, it's all good.
Man, that must have been a rough time right there for a couple of weeks. Very uncertain, right? Of like how it's happening and what was how did you figure it out? How did you figure out like what kind of medicine? It seems like not all medicine works for epilepsy.
Well, she got an EEG, which is like where they put all the electrode kind of things on your head. And luckily, she had a seizure during it, because I think that's what they want. They want to see the seizure while it's getting that test done. She had one just as it was going on, and I was like, "Oh, typical." Now she's probably not going to have one. So they managed to catch her at just at the end, and they said that the epilepsy specialist said that they think it's coming from the frontal lobe, like this kind of part here, which controls the frontal lobe of the brain. I think it controls like motor, like muscle and all that kind of stuff. So, and they kind of thought that anyway, that it was focal seizures, which means it's affecting one part of the brain. It's not quite the generalized seizure, which is like a tonic. That could be a tonic clonic where they totally shake and go really stiff. She was just kind of stiffening a little bit, but yeah, just glad it's under control because that, like, never mind the lockdown. The lockdown was easy compared to that.
Yeah.
Because she would literally have them any point. She could be running around, playing, just looking normal, and then next thing she's on the floor having a seizure. So yeah, that was way tougher. And so, like, because it could happen at any point, we couldn't let her climb up the stairs anymore. Couldn't really let her climb on stuff, and she's only just turned 5, so she wants to climb and do all those stuff. So yeah, sometimes she would fall, smack her head on the concrete outside,
Wow.
bruises all over her body because anytime she had one, she would like fall and hurt herself. So that was really stressful. But I'm just glad that after the EEG, they put her on a medicine called carbamazepine, and they have to start it at a low dose and build it up. So we had to wait until she was on like the full dose, and when she got to 4.5 milligram twice a day, that's when the seizures stopped. So she's not had one in nearly 2 weeks or something. So I'm pretty confident that that's the medicine controlling them now. So
Yeah.
hopefully I don't have to see all that again and go through it.
Yeah, that's great news. Did you ever try to look into CBDs? I'm pretty sure you probably know about that, right? It's just something that
Yeah.
people use now.
The only thing I even tried the CBD as well, but it made her kind of better in between, but didn't really stop the seizures. And whether I needed to put it up a bit or whatever, but and then the epilepsy specialist said you can't really interfere with the medicine that she's on now, and so giving her CBD, that can end up stopping the medicines that they're giving us from actually working. It could make it worse, and so it was such a hard thing to kind of do. So we're just like, after the EEG, they said, look, we think it's frontal lobe epilepsy. Carbamazepine's a good medicine for that type. So, and we just had to wait until the doses went up each week. So, but I was definitely thinking about using CBD, like if those medicines didn't work. But yeah, luckily that's under control now. So touch wood that she's fine now.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it never happens again, man. That medicine continues working, and you don't have to deal with it ever again. Now, I see that you've been working on No, I seen that your weight is up. I was watching some of the videos that you put out. I see your weight is up pretty high, or it got pretty high, almost to 90. Almost to 90.
Yeah, 89 kilos I was.
You enjoy life.
That's the heaviest I'll ever really get to. I've been 90, just touching 90 after surgery one time. Well, probably a few weeks after surgery, but yeah, it's tough. Don't get me wrong, it's nothing to do with the lockdown, nothing to do with, like, don't get me wrong, the thing that was happening with Mila, my daughter, you can't train if I'm in the hospital having to look after her and stuff, but it was more my knee, like, just even the now, like, I've done a 1,000 rep workout in the house earlier. It's kind of bothered my knee a little bit the now. So it's like a little water balloon. It's not went too swollen, so I'm hoping it doesn't go too crazy yet. But yeah, just constant knee problem. I got an MRI and it gave me all these big words, but I've later kind of found out that it's basically just osteoarthritis. And I'm at the later stages, I think, because it said that I have a thing called subchondral cirrhosis, which shows up in the later stages of arthritis. And that's basically where the bone, either below or above the cartilage, starts to harden. So it goes harder than even like a healthy bone. So I think, I'm not sure if like my knee's out of alignment as well. There's a thing that you can get done. I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically where they'll like trim your bone and stuff. I don't know if I'll eventually need that, but when I found out that it's basically arthritis, I've got like bone spurs and stuff as well. So I think that's like little bones that are growing out of the actual bone. I've not got the best of knees, but I'm just like, you know what? If there's nothing that can kind of get done to fix it, I'm just going to need to man up and try and train around it, train a bit smarter maybe. But the problem is it swells no matter what I do. Even going for a walk, it'll swell. Cycling, swimming, all the stuff that they say is good for your knees, or better than like maybe running. But I'm just trying to work around it, get back in shape. My motivation's back. I want to get back in the octagon soon, and really make a go at this. I've just turned 30, so I'm not too old yet. I've still probably got a good few years left in me. And if my knee was healthy, I'd probably be in my prime right now, because I feel like the smartest kind of And yeah, like I've got the mental aspect of the game. I think where like I would train as hard as I could and be in the best physical shape. Like I wouldn't take any shortcuts. I would do what's necessary to try and be the best in the world. It's just a stupid knee. I need somebody to give me a knee.
Knee transplant. That's what you need, right?
Yeah, probably. That is probably what I need. I need a knee replacement, but I don't think you can get one of those and then still fight. I think that's something like after the career. I noticed Michael Bisping got one, but he's retired now. So yeah, most likely I'm going to have knee replacements probably early.
It's incredible that you had those knee problems during the Michael Johnson camp, and you actually flew across the world first, went in there, beat Michael Johnson with those knee problems that you had, and then you pulled out of your next fight because the knee problems was just too much, right? Was the pain that bad?
Yeah, it's just even like now it's sore now as well, but the problem is I couldn't train. So for the Michael Johnson fight, like I did have those problems a lot of the camp as well, but I was already kind of in shape and it was getting closer to the fight. But there was times where like my knee was goosed. I'd message my coach and I'd be like, I'm not coming to wrestling today. My knee's agony. It's like a balloon. It's really swelled up. I'm just going to be sitting on the couch icing it. And then the next day, I'm like, still no great. I'll try and go for a swim. So I'm going swimming instead of sparring, and or like I like to go to the track and do sprints and just do everything that I feel like I need to do. If I feel like I need to do something to be the best me, I will go and do it. But yeah, the knee was just getting in the way of everything. So that wasn't the best ideal camp either. But I made it to the fight. That I don't care how sore it is in the fight. I mean, I'll hit him with the knee. I'll try and pull it off and whack him with it. But it's more just the training to get in shape and doing the right stuff to get to the fight. So 2 weeks before the Johnson fight, I'd swollen right up like a balloon, and I'm obviously scratching my head. I'm like, oh, am I going to make it to this fight? A lot of stress. I go to the hospital. I ask the guy, like, what can I get done? And this is the guy that last did my surgery on the knee. And he's basically just saying to me, he's like, your knee's fucked. I mean, I think he said, like, yeah, your knee. He was like, you have a really bad knee. You have a really bad knee. And just kept repeating that, kind of like, there's nothing that can fix your knee. Your knee is just really bad. You're going to need knee replacement probably in the near future. And there's nothing we can do, basically. I'm like, Christ, what do I do? So I said, is there anything you can do to just help me temporarily? And he says, well, I can give you a cortisone injection. So I had to make sure that was allowed and all that, and it is. So I got a cortisone, and he said that it would maybe help me for the next 2 weeks to a month. So I'm like, great, that'll help me get to the fight at least. So it did. It helped me because he drained it a bit as well. Because it's only really, my knee's only really sore when it swells up, and that's all the time. So when he drained it, it wasn't sore for a bit. I made it to the fight, fought the fight, and then yeah, after it, because I was throwing leg kicks and stuff, my knee and my ankle and my whole shin was like a balloon. And ever since then, so since October, my knee has just been rubbish. I accepted a fight with Mark Diakese for the London card, and yeah, like I think first week or first few weeks, even training, knees blowing up. I'm having to sit off 4 days off training, as long as that, trying to painkillers, anti-inflammatories, icing it. And me and James are just like, nah, we can't do this the whole camp. So I pull out. And then, yeah, the London card didn't happen anyway. I maybe should have kept going. I would have got paid for it. I think some of the fighters got paid. But, yeah, so that's just the situation I'm in now. I'm working around that. I'm trying to get in shape. And I cannot wait to get just back in there and fight. Just hopefully my knee allows me to do what I can, I suppose. But it might mean that I'm going to need to limit what I do. I might not be able to kick as much, and I might need to just maybe go in and box. And I'm not sure if I can wrestle. And I don't know. It's rubbish, but I'll just need to do what I need to do.
With Vegas and the PI, have you talked to them about your knee
Yeah.
and
So
seen what they can
yeah,
do?
yeah. I spoke to all of them, Heather, and kind of Kyle, all the kind of physio strength conditioning team, and they did say that they think maybe stem cells would maybe help. So I was working with the UFC to try and get stem cells because I've said this has been since the fight as well, since the Johnson fight. So I think it was like under the insurance still. So I was in the process of maybe going to LA to get the stem cells. So my plan was Michael had done the kind of plan. He's like, right, let's get you to LA. We'll get you the stem cells. Spend maybe 4 days in LA or a week. Then then come to Vegas, the PI, and do 2 weeks of kind of rehab. So I'm like, brilliant, 3 weeks. This is just before the whole COVID shutdown of the world. But just before even that happened, Michael then came back and said, "Oh wait, the UFC are asking questions. They're asking like, why does he really need this?" So I don't know if the UFC have maybe found out that it's a expensive thing, and they're like, "Well, does he really need this treatment? Is it going to work?" Which is fair enough, but I'm just going with what the PI people have told me and what they think's best, and they're the best guys in the world. So I'm not sure what's happening with that. If I'm, once the kind of everything gets back to normal, if I'm going to get stem cells, or I have heard of another treatment as well that one of them recommended. That's I can't even say it. Hyaluronic acid injections. So you can get hyaluronic acid injected into the knee, and that's like a lubricant. It's like a lubricant that would go in between the bones, and because I suppose that's why I'm getting the pain. My bone's rubbing off my bone. I've not got any cartilage in my left knee, especially on the outside, the weight bearing part. So if I run, walk, anything like that, where I'm moving the knee, it's rubbing. Both the bones are rubbing together, and then it causes the inflammation and the soreness. So that's pretty much what I'm at. I'm hoping to just I can get that hyaluronic acid injection here in Scotland. So that's I think the next step. I'm gonna, but even that, now it's hard to even get an appointment to get that because they're only taking emergencies and stuff, I think. So yeah, that's the bit I'm at. I'm gonna try that first, and if the UFC PI people think that stem cells can help, then I'll go and do that as well. And I'll do whatever I can to give my last kind of. I'm like, this is maybe my last chance. I've just signed a new 4-fight contract. I'm coming off the biggest win in my career, probably, and Michael Johnson. And some of the guys he's beat, even when I watch and I remember myself, like some of the guys he's fought, and it's not even that long ago. Like he knocked out Dustin Poirier a few years back. He fought Khabib. I'm like,
he beat Ferguson.
Beat Ferguson years ago, but still, like he's been in there. He's been in there with Diaz, Poirier, Khabib, Gaethje. I'm like, fuck it, put me in with those guys. I know, like, no joke. I'd fight anybody. I'd fight if UFC asked me to fight Khabib in 6 weeks or even the Mora. If I could make weight, then I would do it. So I'm like, fuck it, just start giving me these guys. Before I was maybe thinking, Bill, I want to be fighting these guys when I'm on the right money, obviously, because not really fair if I'm fighting Khabib and I'm only getting what I'm on the now. But now I'm just like, especially with the knee, I'm like, just give me these top guys. I want top 15 guys now. And there's some of the guys, obviously stylistically, there's maybe certain guys that are better for me, but looking at the top 15, even Poirier, I'm like, fuck, I'd love to fight him. I know they wouldn't give me him because he's like, he's probably in the mix with the top 5 people. But and then I think about it, I'm like, well, I just beat the guy that last knocked you out, so why not? There's a few kind of names I want to. Don Madge has been speaking his mouth about. He's not really top 15 or anything like that, but I'd like to.
What's that? Is he just? Do you guys have something before,
Nah,
or is he just called you out?
Yeah, he's just kind of called me out. To be honest, we actually spent a weight cut in the sauna together, and he was sound. We were speaking, and we were being sound, and then I don't know, maybe he's just like thinking, you know what, Stevie Ray's beat some good guys, and he's got a name for himself a little bit. He maybe thinks he can beat me, and he's like, you know what, I'll try and get that fight. But yes, I'd like to shut him up. I think I'd whip his ass. So if the UFC want to put that together, this is what he doesn't understand as well. It's so annoying when he's like signing the contract, or I'm like, I've not been given any contract for the UFC. Any contract I've ever been given, I signed straight away. Look at the guys I've fought: Paul Felder, Michael Johnson, Leonardo Santos, Joe Lozon, Ross Pearson. Like, I didn't decline fights. Whoever the UFC give me, I do it. So if the UFC want to make that happen, I will sign it. I'll kick his ass. And shut him up.
But you just said you signed a new 4-fight deal. You feel like this is my prime. This is my last run. I need to fight the biggest names and add to my resume. That's the attitude, right? That's the mentality you have right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm like, well, I've just beat Michael Johnson. He's a kind of big name. He's beat and fought big names. So I'm like, fuck it, just give me the guys. Looking at the top 15, I think I could beat Poirier. I think I could beat Cowboy, Anthony Pettis, who else? Ali Aquinta. I'm like, I'd love to fight any of those guys.
Cowboy wouldn't be that bad. That'd be a good matchup.
Yeah. And yeah, I think I'm going to change my whole game plan and stuff as well. I'm just going to go in and try and kill guys now. Like, I know easier said than done. Might be different when you get in there, but I prefer how I used to fight. Like, just go in there and try and take the guy out. Now I'm a bit more calculated, and you got to worry about maybe not going all out and gassing yourself out and saving your energy, I suppose, and just being smart. But I think I'm going to get back to just going in there and trying to kill the guy in the first round. But obviously save the energy for round 2 and 3 as well. But I want to be exciting. Like, it doesn't really matter about the wins. It does for the UFC, obviously, but they want to see an entertaining fighter as well. So I want to go in there and try and entertain, try and take guys out, get finishes and get bonuses, and how I used to fight. Again, it takes 2 to do that as well. You need another guy, kind of, because I've had some fights where I've wanted to do that, and the other guys kind of made it boring. But give me an exciting fighter, a good name, and let's do it. Nate Diaz is another guy I think I'd beat. So hopefully the UFC do give me a big name and give me the chance to show it. They already gave me Johnson, which a lot of people found strange because I'd just been knocked out off Leonardo Santos. So I was coming off a loss, and then they gave me the biggest name I've ever been given, maybe other than Paul Felder. But I beat him. So that's the way I feel. It's time for me to shine. I think time for me to show that I can hang with the top 15 and really make a go at it.
If you look at Cowboy, right, he just lost his 4th in a row. He's still ranked, and you're a guy that's right outside of the rankings. It makes sense to me. Like, why not put you guys together? Fight Island's coming up in June, but it's kind of weird because Fight Island is supposed to be for international fighters. So most likely you'll fight somebody that's international. I don't think people in the U.S. are gonna fight on Fight Island. So that kind of makes the matchmaking weird a little bit. Unstable.
Well, I think they'll still put American fighters on Fight Island as well.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that when they're saying international, it's just everyone. Like, I know they could obviously do the fights in America and keep the American guys together, but I think they'll put the American guys in Fight Island as well, and hopefully anyway. But yeah, I like that fight, Cowboy. And like you said, yeah, he's maybe needing someone like me, someone that's no as big a name, and give him a chance to maybe get a win. But obviously that's not going to happen. I'm going to beat him, and then it's giving me the chance to get another big name and show that I can do it. But then, you know, his last fight was at welterweight, so he kind of plays the lightweight and welterweight. Same with Pettis. But yeah, I'd like to fight either of those two, Pettis or Cowboy.
Would you go up to welterweight to fight one of those guys?
Yeah, one of those guys, because I suppose it doesn't really matter, I suppose, if you're fighting somebody that's roughly... I used to fight at welterweight as well. I was small for it, to be honest. I'm not even the biggest of lightweights, but hey, if the UFC are paying, I'll fight at heavyweight. I don't care. I'll fight anyway. If they're paying and it makes sense, then why not? I used to have... I would have fought at any weight for free before I, like, obviously it was my job. But yeah.
You know, I guess you gotta just take care of the knee. You know what I mean? Like, find a way to get it healthy as possible, and then the UFC will most likely come with some kind of offer for somebody, right? And I see where your head's at, though. I see where your mentality's at. Like, I got 4 fights left. You know, if I get another contract, I get another contract. But if I don't, I'm gonna go out there and put on a show for 4 fights. Am I correct?
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not thinking like this is my last 4 fights, but I'm just... What I mean is, like, regardless of how many fights I've got in my contract, I'm just like, my knee keeps giving me bother, so I'm not gonna be able to do this for another 10 years. That's for sure. I'm maybe thinking, like, with the knee the way it is now, and it's probably never going to be great again, I'm probably thinking, like, what, I've got 3 years maybe, hopefully more, but yeah, I think I'd get a good 3 years. So I'm like, yeah, give me some big names, give me a chance to really show that, and then like you said, hopefully the knee help, because I suppose confidence comes from your training ability and how much you put in it, and it's played mind games with me before. Like, even in the Johnson fight, you know, before the fight or fight week, I'm like, fuck, I've not trained the way I feel like I should train. I missed that wrestling session, and I was sitting on the couch icing my knee, and then I've maybe seen a video of Michael Johnson doing strength conditioning, and it plays with your head a bit. So, but yeah, I've just got to do what I've got to do. Hopefully this treatment, whether it's the stem cells or this other injection, helps the knee, and if there is things that obviously flares it up, and I'm just going to need to train a bit smarter and get through it. But yeah, my motivation is like 110 now. I'm like, time to get back in shape, so that when a fight comes, I'm ready, you know, rather than being 89 kilo what I started the fast at, and, you know, getting offered the fight and I can't even take it because I'm too fat. So yeah, that's the kind of plan now, to bring the weight down, try and get in shape, and hopefully see what the UFC come up with.
Well, you know, Fight Island is coming up, man. Hopefully they get you booked on that, and we'll see you back real quick. Get that knee fixed, and we'll see what happens, man. Thank you, Stevie, man, for the time. Good luck with you. Good luck with your daughter, man. Hopefully, you know, the medicine works and it continues to work, and I feel for you, man. I have a daughter too, and that's like the scariest thing to ever go through, and it's just, I have no words, you know what I mean? So good luck with all of that, and we'll talk again, man, when you get booked.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Thanks for the time.